My first objective is a sense of fairness. That's my first objective. You know, my second objective is not to describe the flesh, but to understand the soul. And my third aim is, if you don't see yourself in my images, then I have failed. That's what all artists do. We're trying to convey something that's insular and project it outward, and that projection outward, the viewer, the audience, should see somewhat, should engage with that image that's being cast out. If it's through music, if it's through prose. I mean, one of the greatest, Henley's poem, Invictus, that is Haiti. That is the Haiti after the earthquake. Read it. This is why art works, because it's not the gravity of time and moment is lost. It floats. It's not pinned to, though something maybe, you know, I look at a piece by Matisse, I can still relate to it now. So that is my attempt. And how do I transcend time? How do I transcend the trappings of race, of class, of place of birth? How do I humanize the visual language? That is, to me, that's my primary job. Getting a decisive moment, that's great for some people. Again, that's great. I don't see, my process is not based on a linear paradigm. It's based on a circular paradigm. Because that's how art works. You understand? So I don't get tied into, you know, there's nothing new underneath the sun. Yes, the individual details, yes, they are unique. But the overall theme is not. Because pain in Haiti is the same as pain in Havana or Helsinki. Because if it wasn't, art would not work. It could not work. You know, so I'm always looking for, how can I transcend the moment? How can I make my frame expand? Just like when you hear Miles Davis, or you hear someone like Thelonious Monk, or you hear someone like Billy Joel, some of his best stuff that, you know, people, you know, he has some songs that are like a painting. His earlier work, Piano Man, it's like that album, it's like a painting. You could literally close your eyes and be transported to that moment. So I look for truth, and I look for truth in whatever shape that it presents itself. So when I'm photographing people, or I do not want to photograph them in terms of an object or in terms of a prop. I'm trying to photograph them in terms of myself. When I go to funerals, I put myself in that space. I navigate as if I'm the one that's mourning. I don't show it, but I navigate in the space as if I am the subject. So there's certain things I will not do. And there's certain things I will do because it needs to be seen and heard. I get really upset when people of authority tell me I cannot do something that I know I have the right to do it. Not because of a constitution, but because as a human being living on this planet. I don't need a paper to tell me that I'm free. I don't need a paper. Because freedom is embedded in my spirit.